report. Nika, of course I'm going to tell people to calm down. Claim of fraud. You know, like hindsight.
You can't, you know what I mean? Like, we're trusting y'all with the movement. Hearing that she committed fraud and then you just didn't say anything, I feel like in moments.
Why everybody brings up that she committed fraud? She won. They won that case on summary judgment. They won it. That means they didn't even go to trial. They won it on summary judgment. They won a pre-trial. Do they even have any evidence of any fraud happening, or do they literally just go by the fact that somebody like did an accusation once or filed a court case once? Is that?
Moments like this, when you're like an advocate or activist or whatever the case may be, you really gotta stand up for something, even if it makes you look crazy. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're the only one and you realize, hey, something seems fishy.
Bro, I feel like I'm going crazy on the internet. You have to stand up for something, even if you're the only one and you feel like you're going crazy. She says, after a whole group of people have bullied the fuck out of these two guys to literally cancel the organizer, the lead organizer of the entire event. Hello? Excuse me? What?
Even if it makes you look crazy in the moment, you just got to stand up and be like, no, this is weird. What's going on? Because now if you had addressed that small little thing, all these big things that are being uncovered now could have got uncovered then. And it's not your burden to bear, but at the same time, if we're trusting y'all with the movement and like a revolution or whatever the case may be, it would be nice for you to like fight for some of the things we would expect for you to fight for when we can't. You know what I mean? Like, we're trusting y'all with the movement.
Yeah. I think as it relates to like the claim of fraud, you know, like hindsight is 2020. We now all have reason to believe that like her defrauding employees is likely, right? And like the reason.
Except you don't, because she won that case, and you don't have any proof of her defrauding employees. You understand that like this is the digital age. You motherfuckers have never seen a physical paycheck in your life. If you wanted to prove that somebody was defrauded, take a fucking screenshot of your fucking bank account. How is this even like an issue in contention right now? Go to your bank account and push the button to take the screenshot and then post it online and then post a screenshot with the message saying, I'll pay you this, and then show that you didn't get paid. How is this a massive fucking investigation? Do we have to go fucking Mueller to do a James Comey, FBI, NSA, CIA tier investigation to figure out if somebody got fucking defrauded? This shouldn't be that fucking hard. This is days, weeks later. What the fuck are we talking about right now? Hello?
For us to believe that she has defrauded, like the claim that she's defrauded employees is likely, regardless of like the justification or explanation that may be offered by the PAC or Soul Strategies, is the fact that, you know, seemingly she's ran away with like 100K, right? Seemingly she's paid herself like 95K, you know,
Yeah.
and sent money into like.
How do you even know that? Excuse me, just because an organization was paid out something doesn't mean that all the money went to her. It doesn't mean the money was fucking stolen. You understand that you need proof for this stuff, right? Like, you have to actually have at least like a single shred of evidence, right?
Massage parlors in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You know what I mean? So and sent money into like massage parlors in Albuquerque.
You know what? I'm glad everybody's suing everybody now. Fuck it. I hope motherfuckers like this get sued. Come on. Are you serious? Like, what is even the fucking claim here? She stole money from the PAC to go to New Mexico to massage parlors? What?
Albuquerque, New Mexico. You know what I mean? So it's like hindsight is 2020 now, right? We have sufficient reason to believe that the claim was likely. However, at the time, you know, I didn't have any external reason to believe that she had defrauded employees, and the justification offered by other individuals associated with the organization to me was sufficient for me to believe that that had not occurred. And that's why...
Like, well, there was the court system, and there are all the court filings that I could open up and read. But on the other hand, there were 6 black women that weren't even part of the fucking PAC that made a whole bunch of fucking noise online. I mean that in the most racist way possible. That's how I'm going to take that, by the way. They made as much noise online as possible. And now, actually, I actually have realized that I was wrong about every factual claim that I thought was true. And because I want to be an ally and a cuck for this movement so badly, I'm going to believe every single thing that they say.
why I didn't like speak about it or inform other employees, because the first step was to say, okay, an ex-employee is accusing her of defrauding employees. Let me get more information from this ex-employee. And then when I got that information, I then turned around and I talked to somebody else, not Z herself, because she'd have self-interest in like denying the claims, regardless if they're true or not. But I rather went.
By the way, I didn't want to drop this, but Dean raped like 7 women. I didn't want to say that publicly, but I've been told that. Now, I'm not going to reveal who told me that. They were black women that said it. I'm not going to reveal who told me that. And also, I didn't go to Dean and talk to him at all about it, because obviously Dean's going to lie about it. So just so you know, if Dean denies this on his stream, that he raped 7 black women, the reason why he's denying it is because obviously he's self-interested. Oh, sorry, Parker. Wait, is that Dean or Parker? Fuck. No, this is Dean. Shut the fuck up. Destiny, Parker watched. Oh, sorry, you did it for me. Okay. I didn't confront him about it because obviously he's going to lie because he's self-interested. And if he denies it on stream, he's obviously lying because he's self-interested. Okay. And I don't have to look at any court filings or police reports or anything else. I just trust me when I say more black people told me than black people told him the other thing. So what is this? What is this fucking world we're living in? Like, what? What is this world?
Her right-hand man, not only working regardless if they're true or not, because she'd have self-interest in like denying the claims regardless if they're true or not. But I rather went her right-hand man, not only working with her on the Unfuck America tour, but also associated with her at Soul Strategies, and they had offered an explanation to make me believe that had not occurred, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that like my main takeaway is that I should, like, as it relates to this specifically, just like be more critical in the future of who I'm doing business with, to like an insane degree. In fact, I'll even say that I've already had conversations about literally like hiring people on to like further investigate.
Bet, by the way, they will never do another event in the next 6 months. They're not going to do anything that's going to, because they have no idea how to organize. None of these people do. They have no experience. They're not going to be able to throw together anything. It's going to be a bunch of feel-good bullshit right now. There's probably going to be a little bit more infighting and falling out. There's going to be more residual damage from this. You think Peyton and all these other people are going to come together now to help whatever movement grows out of the toxic sludge that's been left behind from this? Nothing is happening from here. Absolutely nothing is happening from here, but
like potential business opportunities or individuals that I'll be working with.
Yeah. Can I address 2 more things and then I'm done? Sorry if I sound incoherent, y'all. I'm literally in pain. Sorry.
Yeah,
but
before you do, just real quick, for everybody in the chat, if y'all could just be like a little bit more chill, that'd be kind. Like Nika's being kind. She has her concerns, but she's addressing them in a very good faith manner. We're having a conversation. Y'all should be a little bit more kind, but go ahead.
it's okay. It's all right. But yeah, I was going to say one thing that I forgot to say last live is probably hire a team. I think you're at that point where you need a team, because like I feel like a team would address, more of this legal stuff, and it's a new thing. And y'all are independent. Y'all aren't under any, y'all are not under any news thing or anything like that. So I feel like a team would help y'all, especially with I know it's affecting y'all mental health and stuff like that. And I don't want y'all to keel over because of some, not drama. Obviously racism isn't drama, but I don't want y'all
even she intuitively knew it.
to keel over y'all career. So maybe hire a team. And also, what else was I going to say?
Yeah, what else?
So I actually have a team already. However, there's
She should immediately ask for the racial breakdown. You have a team already? Interesting. Why don't you tell me all of their names and all of their top artists? Let's hear it.
been certain things that I didn't involve them in, like the Unfuck America tour. And this was some.
You have a team already, but this team is not involved in the largest events that you were involved in? What team do you have?
Something that, a conversation that I had on the back end that wasn't public. Following the tour, one of the first things that happened was I talked with my team, and they were like, "This is why you should involve us." This is why you
Clock
should
it,
talk
not the
less.
team clocking you.
This is why, this is a predominant amount of the value that we can provide to yourself. Yeah, and they ate down. They did. They ate down.
They eyed out.
Yeah, and they ate down. They did. They ate down.
They ate down. Is this Zoomer slang? They ate down. They.
A predominant amount of the value that we can provide to yourself. Yeah, and they ate down. They did. They ate down.
They egged out. They ate down. I'm gonna start using that. My team, bro, you should have seen us at that debate. We ate down.
100%.
Okay, and one more thing. I wanted to address, a lot of people are asking what is the best time to
deconstruct
debate.
your racism.
And to be honest, there is no right time. It's up to you, which is why whenever people come up to you and be like, oh, the time is wrong, it's because you have to know when the right time is. And obviously you're not knowing. So I feel like, I don't know how to explain when you're going to know the right time to debate is. It's just it's a humanity thing. You have to know, okay, people aren't going to get offended by this. People aren't going to feel dismissed. It's like, I guess it's something you have to work on internally, where you're knowing that you're not.
I don't know if this is related to you right now, but apparently yesterday and today he said he's not doing debates with MAGA or debating anybody because he needs to, the community needs to recover from everything that's happened or something.
Going to offend people by talking after allegations, because it's like I don't want to say it's an emotional thing, but it's a humane thing to not.
Oh, I think maybe that's what she's talking about right now, actually.
It's just a respectful thing to not use the same people that you're defending allegations against as talking points. Like, Black people were offended by the microaggressions. Let's start using Black people as talking points to why Donald Trump is this and Donald Trump is that. It's just
cultural appropriation is when you talk about issues that negatively affect the races. True. Fucking so true.
It feels like people are being used.
Queen.
Are being used. I mean, do you feel like me?
Yes. Yes.
Directly relating to Z's comments, discussing that for 2 days on live, and then
it was disrespectful. Yes. Own it.
The conversation.
Own it, you coward.
With the women that were impacted, then taking 2 days off and having continued conversation about the two on a broader scale is, sufficient to say, well, let's keep talking about.
He's asking for permission to carry on his TikTok live. Do you think I took enough time off? Do you think that I took enough time off to come back and actually do stuff?
About it. Let the conversations continue, but let's at this point, I'm also going to shift some of my focus back to discussing the fascist regime we've run in the country.
I feel like if you talked about it already, maybe make a video on it so you don't have to keep doing it on live. Make a video addressing okay, y'all, let me lay this all out, and then dead it. Once you address everything in a video, dead it. It's done. Because when the thing with live is you're going to be repeating yourself. Like you said, you repeated the Starbucks thing over and over. Maybe you need to have a James Charles sit down moment where you just address everything. Maybe we need a Bye Sisters moment where you just sit down and address it in a video, and then it's done.
True.
Because this is going to keep on going. I spoke to you, I think,
this is going to haunt you until the day you fucking die, kid. Do you want the rest of your life to be like this? Haunted by this failure to overlook the outcome of her last court case and just accuse her of being evil because she's a white woman?
Week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was around a week ago. Funny that you say this, because I also repeated this earlier, which is further proving your point.
You think that's funny?
Is that
what did he mean by that?
me and my production team have been considering making a video kind of for that reason. So, I mean, when concerns arise, there's just a video that it can be referenced to. Yeah. And then it also allows there to be a concrete place on the internet where my perspective lives. And that doesn't really exist when, we're just kind of discussing these things on live, etc. But I will say, I think that we have a meeting on Tuesday. And I think at that point, that's like when we'll kind of determine if that's the direction that we want to head in or not. And
That's
I'd also
good.
like to clarify, because I've seen people saying that, oh, if Dean doesn't do this, it's because he just wants it to fly under the radar and he's doing it out of reasons of self-interest. Well,
True.
all reasons of self-interest would indicate that a video would be a good idea, because then I get to share my perspective on things and other individuals don't get to speak for my perspective. And it'd actually be more beneficial for my own reputation if I were to make a long-form video. So like, the reason why I haven't made a video yet is not out of reasons of self-interest. Yeah. And then like additionally,
Good for you, I think,
feel
whatever
like
the fuck
maybe
that
it's a
meant.
good idea to have another conversation, maybe take a couple comments from the chat. But I think that, like, I guess like at this point, going back into the debates and having some conversations with Trump supporters isn't like the
It's not appropriate.
like I guess I understand your
appropriate.
perspective, but simultaneously I feel as if
It's not appropriate
we've
yet.
already given time to these things, and I think that continued conversation is good.
Yeah.
But I guess I just don't see like a problem with me talking to Trump supporters today.
Oh, never mind. Oh, he wants to debate again.
It's just that people that experience racism don't want to hear Trump supporters in their ear right after that. And I know we could leave the live, but we're fans and we want to stay. So yeah, it's just like insensitive. It feels insensitive and dismissive in that you don't really care. But
Yeah.
we know you care, but it's just
This
it
feels
don't
bad.
look right.
It feels bad.
Okay. So
It's kind of like oral, AURAL, oral, like auditory. It's kind of like an oral lynching, if you think about it. You basically have a bunch of white men that are just taking you and really by the noose, forcing you to endure horrific weaponization of race and stuff against you. And it's just, jeez.
to the claim.
Oh my God. When a bunch of white people get together and like gang up on like a black person and like accuse them of like doing microaggressions or something like that, but it's like not real, we should call that a micro lynching. Has anybody used that term yet? My God. Can I patent that?
Claim that it feels insensitive and as if I don't really care. Well, earlier, like, you'd kind of pointed out that the appropriate thing to do is to have a conversation about this on a live stream, talk about the things that have been done.
I like how he's like fighting with this woman for permission to like do content again.
Discuss where
I
need to hold
please
myself
just fucking
accountable,
stream?
then give it some time and then get back into the debates. I guess from my perspective, that's what I've done for the last week. How do you feel about like the claim that
you
that's
serious?
exactly what I've kind of done for the last week?
Are you serious? Excuse
Can you
me.
repeat yourself? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, what are your feelings on my claim that what you're saying, like, giving it time, following conversations about these things, is that's what I've done for the last week?
No, it's not enough.
I'm not gonna hold you. I was working last week, like this whole week,
Okay.
and I wasn't really paying.
She's actually a Giga Chat. She's like, I'm gonna be honest. I actually just didn't catch any of the drama this last week. I just wanted to see you rehash it because I didn't see shit. That's what all I was saying. I'm sorry, Doug. I was eating down. That's it? I was eating down.
Attention. Like I was here for like the tic-tac-toe, you losing tic-tac-toe. But other than that, I didn't see anything else about the tour.
She
And I
doesn't
was just
actually.
here
She
for
doesn't
some of
give
the
a fuck at all.
debates.
Okay.
But I wasn't really watching that much. I'm sorry. Did I miss Did I miss everything, y'all?
Don't apologize for not watching my stream.
And he's like, no, it's okay, Queen. Don't apologize for being fucking clueless. Don't apologize for being fucking. Oh my God, no, Queen. Don't micro lynch yourself. Don't apologize, okay?
That's, don't do that.
sorry.
Don't do that. And nobody shit on her for not watching my streams. That's you're a person with a life. I get.
A life of oppression too. Don't forget that.
But B, like kind of reflecting on the last week. So immediately following the videos that were released, I hosted a 3-hour live with a panel and then just myself going over things. And then the next day, I then hosted another live about it, having more conversations, and then ended the day by going on the live of the Black creators who originally impacted.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw the live with you and Geek, and then
Yeah, and then I took a couple days off, and then I came back for a day for for 2 hours, then I took another day off, and then here I am. So I guess like from my perspective, you know, I dedicated in total maybe around like 6 hours to discussion surrounding where I believe where I went wrong, rehashing events, and having conversations with members of like the greater like Dinosphere, as well as conversations with members of like the Black community.
The Black community. I need to be more in touch with the Black community.
It's not perceived as if I'm being insensitive by coming back and doing debates, but also so I had genuine time to reflect upon myself. And then I'm back here today. So it's like when you tell me that.
God damn, these lags. This is microaggression.
My perspective is.
Alive.
Imagine we come back and he's like he's having a Kramer moment. I'm just kidding.
That having
I'm just kidding.
To derail a debate live.
Okay.
And then talk about it over and over again for like 2 weeks.
Video, I could agree there. Now, outside of like making a video, because I've kind of like went over that, do you think, given the information that I just shared with you, that I'd still yet be insensitive from your perspective if I were to go on and have some debates with Trump supporters today?
Well, that's me personally.
Yes.
I'm not everybody, you know what I mean? So, but you shouldn't also do a vote. I don't speak for all Black people. I don't speak for everyone. It's just that a lot of people have a problem with it, me as well. So I'm just stating my opinion. At the end of the day, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're your own person. This is your thing. This is your life. It's just a suggestion. So I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to boss you around and say, if you go on live, this. No. It should.
No. Please, Dean, give her some reassurance. But don't interrupt her. But as soon as she's done, you got to reassure her. It's totally okay. Okay? It's totally okay.
That as a Black person, one Black person out of many Black people, it feels insensitive. And someone else may come up and totally disagree with me and make me look crazy, make me look stupid, and call me just like that.
I'm sorry. How much fun would it be to like go on TikTok and like just totally mask on and get like the most like sensitive audience ever, and then just like go totally fucking like in the most racist way mask on? I'm just being, dude, I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
Long time. It feels weird, and I feel.
God damn it.
I think that my perspective is like conversations with Trump supporters, and just know that I do take your opinion, seriously.
Aww.
And I agree that like allowing time between a discussion about the tour and then getting back into debates is important. And I think that is something that I've done. However, I do agree that continued conversation is also important. A good thing.
Also, one more thing.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to sound insensitive either. If you do debate, whether it's tomorrow or today or whatever.
Please just don't talk about Black people or Black issues, you white demon. What's she going to say? Please, what is she going to say?
Why don't y'all do God debates or trans debates or LGBT debates anymore?
Just no Trump stuff, because like us Black people, we're tired of hearing it, Dean.
Is there like, because I kind of miss those.
So you can't really say the word gay on TikTok without getting a flag or a ban.
Oh, did I say it? Oh.
No, I just said it. I feel like you could say it like maybe once or twice and fly under the radar. You definitely cannot say TRANS on the live without getting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries. No worries.
It's okay.
I
don't just get my shit banned, but who the fuck cares? I'm just a white demon, so LOL.
I feel like
I probably knew that. I'm literally like I'm in a different mindset right now, y'all. I'm in pain.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
good.
I don't want to take up your time. So if I got a job, I'm a job. I don't want to stay up here too long.
No worries. But just as it relates to like those first 2 points, I actually like really missed the days when I could have like full length discussions as it related to like the LGBT plus community. In fact, I think that the fact that TikTok straight up like silences anybody's ability from being able to advocate whatsoever is just like
Criminal.
fucking, like disgusting,
Terrible.
And then as it relates to like God debates, I mean those somewhat come up in conversations as it relates to politics, but like at the same time, I've honestly just gotten to a point where having conversations with theists about their religious beliefs insofar as why they hold them and why I may disagree, is becomes just so
It's, like, so
insufferable
exhausting.
for me.
Oh, okay.
You know,
That's a good word
it's
for
I probably spent like a collective of like 5 months focused on God debates. And at this point, you know, hearing like the same thing over and over and over again is, you know, it's,
Which is crazy because I would have expected on TikTok they would have solved, you know, stuff like God by now. But geez,
it rattles my brain because I don't think that for like the average theist, the average individual that believes in a God, that there's much like logic and or rational reason behind said belief. Even less than like maybe a support for Trump, which is
could you imagine if she was like, "You do know that most black people are Christian, right?" Do you think his mind would shatter?
it's like crazy to say. And
Just kidding.
it like
Video
honestly,
games.
the theist debates just
Only
kind of
video
like
games here.
lost their interest for me.
Yeah, I feel you.
I feel you, bro.
But
And now it's like I've kind of like reshifted them around from saying, well, I believe that your religion is false, to rather saying, okay, you believe that your religion is true. You know, how could we adequately consolidate the belief that your belief in religion is justified while also not infringing upon like the lives of others?
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
but
she's not
hey,
happy with that answer.
I really appreciate you for your time.
Ooh, she's
Thanks for being
hella
respectful and
triggered
voicing
with
your
that
opinions.
one.
No problem. Have a good day, y'all.
Have a good one.
He's
Have
like,
a good
"Fuck
one.
this white boy. Get me the fuck out."
Okay.
True.
All right. I
What?
really have to use the restroom.
Okay. 10303. What's this?
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, I mean,
Did he really set his thing to only accept calls from black women today? For how many days has he been doing this? Based.
Like perpetually try to be the very best version of myself off live, and I think I see that like most you know exemplified like within my relationship with my girlfriend, for instance. And
What
just,
race
like,
is she?
locally in my community?
Just asking.
But I still do think that I kind of dropped the ball as it related to the things that I've taken accountability for with the tour, and couldn't agree with you more.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all I got for you right now.
Well, I appreciate you for coming up.
So thank you. Yeah, thank you for bringing me up.
Yeah,
Thank you.
have a good one.
You too.
All right.
Okay. What do we
Somebody in
got?
the chat says, "Do you think that Trump is a fascist?" Yes, I do.
Is he talking
Somebody in the
about?
chat says Dean wants this. That's also true. I've seen a lot of people saying like I'm kind of like genuflecting to the radical left, and I'm
Nah.
just trying to appease to as many groups as possible.
Nah, come on.
I disagree.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm doing. And in fact, if that is kind of your perspective on things, like you don't really think that this matters, and
You're
you
the
think
real
that, like,
racist.
I'm doing something wrong by like entertaining these conversations. From like my perspective, like I think that these conversations are meaningful,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that these conversations help make myself a better person. So that just may be a disagreement that you and I have.
Okay.
Like there is like a sect of the left that votes for the right candidate, supports the right economic policy, and has like progressive leaning social views of
Oh my God! Is he about to give the tanky take? Did he become a tanky? Did he get that? Did he do the full transition? There's a group of people who might seem like they're your friend, but in reality,
it's not wrong to be gay, trans women are women, et cetera, et cetera.
but
But as it relates to like conversations against microaggressions, maybe
Ooh. They're not quite
that's
there
just
yet.
something that you don't understand because you haven't been exposed to enough education on it.
You haven't done deconstruction.
So, like, hopefully, even if you disagree with me here and you think that I'm too far left for entertaining the idea that this is serious, hear me out. Hear the guests out. Hear the critiques out. You know what I mean? It's worthwhile. It's meaningful. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite.
Somebody in the chat says it's a bit much.
No. Ban.
I mean, like, I think that, like,
Ban.
the points where it's gotten a bit much haven't related to, like, racism.
Yeah, not black
and
people.
have rather, like, related to, like, I think I saw somebody, like, just absolutely, like, shitting on me, acting as if I'm, like, the worst person in the world for, like, the Starbucks gate. Even after, like, acknowledging that they listen to my perspective. Like, I think that's a bit much, for sure. Okay. I'll state my controversial opinion there, but you know, as it relates to claims about racism, I do disagree with that.
Based.
Whatever about Starbucks. Well, here's my take. Starbucks, I'm not
This is
aware
what I'm supposed to listen to?
of, you know, like the specific inclinations that they've had towards being pro-Israel. I have heard that they had an old CEO that was very pro-Israel, but that CEO left or got fired. And
The CEO
then,
is
like, the other half of the coin is not Palestine and Israel, but is rather like being anti-union.
Ooh.
And I just stopped drinking Starbucks because of that. Not to mention that local coffee places definitely have better coffee than Starbucks. Like, Starbucks doesn't really use real espresso machines, if that makes any sense. And their coffee's kind of shit, you know? Buy local anyways. It's likely that you're going to be paying less money for better coffee.
That definitely sounds true.
Yeah, Starbucks today. Just try to buy local. Try it out, okay? You'll likely learn that you're going to be getting a better bang for your buck with better coffee.
True.
You know, especially if, like, you're you're somebody that likes matcha. They put their fucking matcha with water in a blender.
Jesus.
And you get those clumps.
It's a
you're gonna have to
fucking
take it out
crime.
and fix it if you want a good quality matcha.
Fucking gross.
And you're paying like $7 for it. Go somewhere else. Because that's nasty.
True.
And something
And
else.
one
something
more,
else
one more.
Is that a lot of, like, coffee places that have fixation on efficiency and getting you your coffee quick.
They abuse their employees, and that's racist because schedules and doing things on time is a microaggression. Did you know that? Bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't know that these places mistreat their employees. I like when people mosey along.
Have fixation on efficiency and getting you your coffee quick.
Fixation.
Burn the fuck out of their milk.
Oh, fuck. Okay, he went a different way. My bad.
Okay? Listen. Coffee is my hyperfixation outside of politics. Okay? I go to bed watching videos about espresso. I don't know why I'm so interested in coffee and espresso, but I am. Okay? Listen. Okay? Milk for your latte, for your macchiato, for your cappuccino, for your cortado, for any espresso drink with milk in it. Okay? You're only supposed to heat.
Okay, I don't give a fuck about this. Apparently they had some nice things to say about me in the Discord. I don't know who Jet is. That better not be a black woman. Destiny is very good at political debate, which in my opinion is just being bad faith intentionally to make your opponent look dumb. Destiny mastered that because he's effectively a political rage baiter for the left. I don't know, man. I think I cooked harder on Jubilee than he did, edited. Have a debate with him, Dean, winky face. Let's make it happen. Left, no. Like Joe Biden, Destiny love Joe Biden. Left, no. Like Israel, Destiny love Israel. But most of all, Destiny love watching other men W his wife. Give her W's, like high fives. What do you think she meant by that? Look, I don't kink shame, but Destiny gets the exception. That's exactly how I feel about racism and black people. Generally, I'm not, but what do you mean by you facilitate? Also, I want Dean to debate Ethan Klein, ICL. What does ICL mean? If I can't even. Oh, I can't lie. Okay. I don't know, man. I will agree with this. But here's the thing. He doesn't want to even have a debate, but a conversation about this cancel culture / microaggression / left infighting, and try to find a common ground. But you also want more good faith with it than he did. It'd be extremely unproductive, TBH. Agreed. It's crazy that like the micro debater guys, the TikTok debater guys, who I think all like were very clearly spawned from watching my content, who all were obviously huge fans of me. I had dinner with both of these guys when I was in LA. They both told me as much. Are now like, actually, I don't think a debate with that person would be very productive because I don't think they argue in good faith. Oh, really? Just to be clear, for anybody that doubts, I am the master debater. Okay, I am the world's top, the number one. There's a reason why on every platform, every age group, every race, every demographic, every place in time and space, these people will cower in fear, okay? Don't forget it, all right? Okay, one more quick meme. What is this?
Today is May 9th of
Jesus.
2025, and the Trump administration has just arrested a Democratic elected official from the state of New Jersey.
Don't care. We've got drama.
It appears as if we're one step closer to declaring martial law, but the real question still remains. Who the fuck is Z. Cohen Sanchez, and where is this $100,000? Now, typically speaking, when people try to tear down leftist movements, I simply ignore them because our goal is to organize electorally and win elections, and their goal is to profit off your outrage through clicks and views. But I've decided today that I'm actually going to respond because Peyton has decided to get on this app and accuse me of money laundering, which is a crime. First, I want to address the $95,000 because clearly it's really cute that you don't know how businesses and PACs work, but that is actually a very typical practice that businesses process reimbursements because it's a lot easier to do it through business than through a PAC. The $95,000 specifically was for our deep canvassing program and our voter registration program, where we hired over 30 canvassers that worked for over 8 weeks. Plus, also, we had a phone banking program as well, which was very successful. And if you want to see the receipts from that too, I'm happy to share those. So let's take a look at all of the receipts. Every single transaction that was done for the Unfuck America tour, which, by the way, will be available on the FEC's website this time next week as we are completing our filings. However, since you guys are so concerned about that, wanted to show it to you. Now let's go through the breakdown of every single transaction and what they came out to. Dean and Parker, $7,500 each for their speakers' fees.
Okay. They don't know their value yet because they could have charged more, but you go Kings. All right, $7,500 each. Nice.
That came to $15,000. Very typical, and they worked very hard for that money.
Damn, they got paid together. Those two almost as much, $15,000 versus the entirety of the staff got $24.4K based.
Staff, $24,401. We had some staff come in early, stay through the whole event, and leave late because there was a lot of things that we had to do on the front and the back end. The creative team. So those are the amazing people that filmed, that edited all of the clips that you saw, including Dean's videos he put out. That was $11,372.72. The hotel, which, by the way, was for almost 50 people, which was our influencers and our staff, was $21,031. Awesome deal. Meals came out to quite a bit, even though we really cut corners on as many meals as we could. It was $23,356.98. The car rentals, including your car, Peyton, which was over $500, came out to $3,421.74. And the flights came out to $42,606.93. Then we had our transportation. So we needed van rentals because we were quite a distance from College Station. Where we were at the hotel was not walkable. And we also had to drive people an hour and a half from the airport to College Station. I was actually one of the van drivers because we were short-staffed. Came out to $4,645.02. The merch, which was given to the influencers and people that purchased it, was $7,404.42. The Texas A&M fees for the event, which included our original spot that we got canceled on last minute, included the amphitheater that we rented last minute to get around the problems that we had, and also included the 6-person team that were the police that were watching everybody and monitoring, was $10,060.50. And then the event use, which means that we had extra fees that had to go to Texas A&M.
What is your speaker fee? Well, I'm a fucking cuck. So ordinarily, if I'm working with people like this, usually I just don't charge. And I tell people, as long as you let me make YouTube content or something off of it, I'll do it for free. Because I feel like I make enough money, and I don't know why. Sometimes it feels weird getting paid like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for a speaker fee when I'm working with people who might make $50,000 annually. It feels kind of strange, but
was $3,077.97. And then the gas was $402.05. The reason why this was so high is because, one, when you're taking 50 people out of state anywhere, it's going to be high, but also because this was a launch event. This is not the intention for us to spend this much at every single stop. The intention of this was to have a big splash so that we could get the material that we needed to continue to fundraise and continue this tour successfully. This is normal. Almost all organizations do this. And also, we had a lot of one-time expenses, like things like...
One thing I don't like about this person, and I can't tell if she's trying to like go fucking stealth or some bullshit. I feel like she's like Australian or British, and she's trying really hard to hide it. Does anybody else get that vibe? Like every now and then I feel like she's about to slip in like a bongerism, or like she's got just that accent. Is something going on there? Something is happening here.
Material that we needed to continue to fundraise and continue this tour successfully. This is normal. Almost all organizations do this. And also, we had a
like that. Do this. Like that's like Australian or some shit. I can hear it.
Big splash so that we could get the material that we needed to continue to fundraise and continue this tour successfully. This is normal. Almost all organizations do this. And also, we had a lot of one-time expenses, like things like tents and graphic fees and website fees and all of those things as well. So now your hypothesis is that now after you've gone through all of these transactions and you see that I didn't get paid $1, that I must have hid the money through giving it to my firm. Oh, that's so interesting because that's also a lie. And let me show you actually how much money I made from my firm last year. This part is going to be very embarrassing to show you guys because clearly it shows that I'm not a very good businesswoman and probably like way
Are we going to see tax forms? Jesus.
Too much of a democratic socialist. But I want to be very clear before I show you guys how much my business makes is that I started this business on $0.00. Here's what we made at my business, Soul Strategies, in the year 2024. We made $1.7 million in sales, which is very impressive considering that's an off-year election and really shows our team's hustle. However, we spent almost the entire thing, as you can see in this line, which is kind of ironic because you claim that I don't pay employees and contractors, right? Well, then where did that money go? Where did that line item go? Because it looks like to me that we spent almost the entirety of our sales on our employees, which is good. That's what we want. That's literally what we want because when we invest in our employees, when we invest in people, they stay with us and they want to continue this work. So that's a good thing. But at the end of the year, we ended up with $185,000, which we had to keep in our account because our lowest level that we can hit in our account for payroll safety is $200,000. So after working every single week of last year, I worked a total of 3,120 hours, which I worked 52 weeks. I worked every single day, including Christmas Day. And by the way, including the day that I actually gave birth to my child. Ended up working for $68,536.07, which totaled out to $21.96 per hour. That's how much I made last year. So Payne, I think that there's a really good life lesson in this. And the life lesson is don't accuse people online of crimes unless you have fucking evidence and receipts. And on top of that, because of all of this, your harassment has led to people actually doxing me and my family. So on top of the fact that we started this organization to combat Charlie Kirk and this misinformation and try to defeat MAGA, it has ended with leftists literally doxing us where we now have to live in fear. So that's insane. And the problem is that people like you are the reason why so many leftist operatives leave the movement and join MAGA. And that's what a lot of people are hoping that I do. But trust me, I will not be doing that. I've been dealing with people like you for the past almost 15 years, and you're not going to stop anything. The Unfuck America tour is continuing. And for all of you guys who support it, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. And I'm really excited for what this next chapter is going to bring. Today is May 9th of 2025, and the Trump administration...
Jeez. Well... She could have faked all those screenshots, to be fair, okay? Don't ever be fooled by by white women. Okay, well, I love you. I'll be back on my stream tomorrow. Like I probably will, right? Yeah, have fun. We're gonna cappuccino, cappuccino, my dude knows. Let's connect. Let's connect with each other real fast. Oh, okay. Boss, goose, tickle, suit, duck, health, shake, skirt, duck, shake, skirt, dodge. Please, may I superior level dodge, delight, earth, power up. Like things in video games. Boss, health, level, power up. May I and please. Goose. Earth, delight. Please, may I? What sounds formal? Fuck, one away. God damn it, I have no idea. I don't even know what the connection is here. On the other side, we got superior, goose, earth, and tickle. I have to switch one of these to make them work. Superior. Earth, tickle, and goose. May I? Oh my God, I'm so big-brained. This pleases me. I'm delighted. I'm tickled. This suits me. Something. Yes. God. What is this? Mother Earth, Mother Goose, Mother May I? What the fuck is that? And Mother Superior? Okay. Be careful, don't die.